Attorney Jonathan Elson, reminding you that if you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important to have somebody on your side. When you need a lawyer,
then you need Nelson.
Well, we've been asked by the Nevada Supreme Court to stop our process because of an action taken by the ACLU. And the process we were using was really, the issue was reading the ballot out loud, and so that the talliers could record their result. This process really was put in place in response to the Secretary of State's temporary regulation T-002 that was established that said you should read the ballot out loud for the count. So I'm very glad that we didn't implement that for our complete count process and continue with the electronic tabulation. So we're taking a pause. We've already come up with a methodology to proceed with the hand count that will not involve reading the ballot out loud, and we are working to submit that to the Secretary of State's office for approval. And once we get that approval, and I feel confident that we will, but again, it's up to them to approve that process, we will begin our hand count again and continue on with the process, but this time without reading the ballots aloud.
The way they're set up is each group is a group of 5. You have the 3 tally takers that are just literally putting hash marks next to names. You have a reader that just with a ruler goes down and reads the name for each part. You have a verifier that's literally sitting next to them and just watching them read the names to make sure they read the correct one with the bubble in. And as they read them, we put hash marks. Once we're all done with that little batch of ballots, we all do our math on the hash marks, and then one of the talliers reads their numbers down the row, and we confirm with ours. And if they're correct, we move on. If there's a discrepancy, we write mismatch on it. We have a second sheet, and we turn around and just redo that stack with just that section of it. So if there was a miscount with the governors, one was 8 and one was 9, but somebody had 9 and 8, we would just redo that whole governor section again.
In this process, we were using a team of 5, a reader, a tallier, 3 talliers, and a verifier. The verifier was checking with what the reader was saying. The process that we are considering would involve just 3 talliers writing down the results from a ballot on a tally sheet and then passing it to the next person in silence with meaningful observation from a distance that is appropriate. And in that way, there won't be any reading of the results out loud, but we will still be able to continue with our tallying, and will allow us to better utilize the resources we have because we've eliminated 2 positions that we can redeploy on tallying. This has no impact on the vote. The paper ballot process is going smoothly. We are reconciling our ballots that we issue to the people that register every day completely. The tabulation using the electronic machine is already in process for those ballots that come through the mail. And then on election day, we will tabulate electronically those ballots that are early voting and election day voting. So that process is going on as we anticipated without a hitch.